Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our sharp-eyed viewers, Lena from Accounting. Thanks for the suggestion, Lena. You asked, how does fingerprint recognition actually work on smartphones? If you've ever pressed your thumb on your phone, only to be granted digital access like a VIP, or hilariously rejected like a stranger at your own door, you've probably wondered what's really going on under the screen. Stay tuned as we unlock the secrets of fingerprint recognition, right here on Explaining Everything. Here's the thing about fingerprints. They are the OG identification method. Like, cavemen probably used them to sign rocks or mark territory or whatever cavemen did for fun. Because no two people have the same fingerprint. Not even identical twins. Not even you after 3 hours in the bathtub when your fingers look like expired raisins. Fingerprints are made of tiny patterns called ridges, loops, and whirls. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss poem, but these patterns are unique to each person. It's as if your skin decided, you know what? I'm gonna draw a secret map only detectives and smartphones can understand. So when you first set up fingerprint recognition, your phone gets all up in your business. It scans your fingertip over and over again, like a really clingy boyfriend memorizing your every curve. And from those scans, it creates a kind of digital portrait, a mathematical model of your fingerprint. Not the actual image, mind you. It's not storing your thumb in a photo album somewhere. That would be weird. Now, let's talk hardware. Because when it comes to fingerprint recognition, it's not just about software. It's about the tiny little sensor that lives under your phone screen or in that oddly satisfying button on the back of older phones. This sensor is like the world's most judgmental doorman. It's just sitting there, quietly waiting for a finger to approach so it can scan it and either say, "Welcome, esteemed user," or "Access denied. Who even are you?" But here's where it gets wild. There are different types of fingerprint sensors. Some use optical scanning, which is basically your phone taking a selfie of your finger. It shines a light on your print, takes a picture, and tries to match it with what it remembers. Others use capacitive sensors. These are way cooler and a lot sneakier. They don't take pictures. Instead, they detect the ridges and valleys of your fingerprint by measuring tiny electrical charges. That's right, your phone is literally feeling you up. Technologically, of course. Then there's ultrasonic scanning, which is the fingerprint recognition equivalent of echolocation. Yes, your phone becomes a mini-bat. It sends out tiny sound waves that bounce off your fingerprint, creating a super detailed 3D map. Now, you might be wondering, how secure is this whole thing? What if someone chops off my finger and uses it to unlock my phone? First of all, chill. You've been watching way too many spy movies. Second, modern phones are smart, like smarter than that guy who brings a guitar to parties. They know the difference between a live, warm, slightly sweaty finger and a cold, lifeless hunk of meat. They check for stuff like pulse, temperature, and even skin conductivity. Also, remember that mathematical model we talked about? The one your phone makes of your fingerprint? That data never leaves your device. It's not flying through the internet or chilling in a server in a bunker under a mountain. It stays locked in a secure little vault inside your phone called the Secure Enclave, which sounds like a Bond villain hideout, but is actually just a high-tech part of your processor. So unless someone literally builds a time machine, goes back to your birth, and clones your fingerprint from the womb, which is impressive but also extremely unnecessary, you're probably safe. But let's address the elephant in the room, because sometimes fingerprint recognition just doesn't work. You press your thumb, and your phone's like, "Nope, never seen you before in my life." Why does that happen? Well, a lot can mess with your fingerprint. Grease, dirt, moisture, or that one time you tried to open a Dorito bag with brute force and accidentally shaved off part of your thumb. Sometimes the sensor just gets confused. It's not perfect. It's basically trying to match a high-resolution memory of your fingerprint with the smudgy, greasy mess you're pressing against it now. Fingerprint recognition wasn't always this mainstream. It used to be high-tech spy stuff, like James Bond would use it to open a vault while parachuting out of a helicopter. And now, it's used by you. At 2 in the morning, shirtless, unlocking your phone to Google, "Why does my cat scream into the void?" We've come a long way, and the tech keeps evolving. In-display fingerprint sensors are the latest hot thing, letting you unlock your phone through the screen like a wizard. Soon, we'll probably have fingerprint sensors in thin air. Just wave your hand like you're at a rock concert, and boom, access granted. So what's next? Where does fingerprint tech go from here? Will we start unlocking stuff with our nose, our belly buttons, our extremely judgmental eyebrows? Well, tech companies are already working on multimodal biometric authentication, which sounds fancy, but just means they want your phone to recognize multiple things at once. Your face, your voice, maybe your laugh, maybe the way you sneeze. Who knows? And soon, your phone won't just recognize you, it'll understand you. It'll know when you're stressed, when you're hungry, when you're about to send a regrettable text at 3 a.m. and gently ask, "Are you sure you want to do that, champ?" So there you have it, the mysterious world of fingerprint recognition. Decoded, demystified, and mildly roasted. And that's how fingerprint recognition works on smartphones. By scanning the unique ridges and patterns on your fingertip, turning them into digital data, and using high-tech sensors to decide whether it's really you or just someone with suspiciously similar hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.